Hi, I'm Felipe Zambrano with Garrick Solutions, and we're super excited to talk about another video today covering budgeting. So we know that budgets are a very time-consuming task towards the end of the year. That can be something that's very tedious for all of the departments. Trying to manage the day-to-day operations in addition to creating budgets. But regardless of the company size that you're in or you're in the industry that you're in, it's really important for you to understand, what you need to compare yourself against something. In another video, we've touched upon key performance indicators, but it's also important to compare yourself from a cost aspect. So budgets are more financially driven. So what you want to start getting into the habit is establishing budgets by department, and how do you, there's different ways to go about this. One way is, from the ground up or a zero, it's also called a zero-based budget, where you build it from scratch. That helps you understand as a manager, whether you're lower level, middle level, or senior leader, kind of what builds everything to get to the top line, depending if you're, a medium-sized or large-sized company. It's really important to understand where the money is going for you to better have a handle of potential opportunities and room for improvement. Okay, so one thing that's important is to is first get into the habit of establishing a budget. So work with your finance department, with your bookkeeping department to create models where you can start tracking that performance. How did I perform this month versus last month in my expenses, and then start saying, okay, well, let's say right now, if it's December, then you can say, okay, what do I want to do with my expenses? Can I reduce 5 or 10% my expenses in specific areas where I know that I could be doing better? Set targets for your leadership. Try to reduce the expenses by 5%, 10%, X%. It's important to establish these because that's going to help you become more efficient in the organization. And eventually all those potential savings can then trickle into other areas of the business that you can invest in. So research and development, new projects, new strategies, new opportunities. So, it's how do you find out ways to become more efficient with the use of your funds to be better allocated to prepare for that growth segment. So if you haven't done a budget before, or you need help kind of getting started, or going through some templates, or just brainstorming about your industry, we're happy to help. If you have any questions, just please drop us a line at success@garrettsolutions.com, or send us an email or through our contact form. We're really happy to get you started, to get you going. We love brainstorming with our clients, kind of solving issues and solving questions, because what we want to do is we want to encourage and spark creativity and brainstorming. We constantly talk about open verbal brainstorming, where it's just a creative session for you to get started, plant ideas, see what opportunities are out there, and then have those meetings to be able to develop that into fruition, to start a plan, to start a strategy, a deadline, a goal. Establishing goals is very important in organizations because that's how you track performance of individuals, departments, organizations. Are you attaining your goal? Are you not? How far away are you from your goal? And then what are you going to do to get back to that on track? So budgets are extremely important because they give your visibility to the operations team and to all the different departments that, hey, every penny, every cent counts, every dollar counts. And it's important for the livelihood of the company because then you can, as I mentioned before, take those funds, redirect them somewhere else and just get visibility. Or how do you invest? Sometimes, it doesn't have to be all cutting. It's how do you invest in certain technologies and different ways of thinking, or implementing new tools such as automation, better business process improvements that are going to drive those efficiencies, and lead to company improvements in the future. Not everything has to be, as I mentioned before, cutting costs, but maybe an investment will impact, not monetarily, but strategically. It might improve communication between two different departments. It might make a process easier or time saved. So different ways of looking at things, but it's important for you to have visibility. And as a business leader in your organization, through either KPIs, as mentioned before, or budgeting, it gives you two tools that are really important, that are going to give you a better handle of your business and can better help you drive, that what you want, that 5x growth, that 2x growth, that 10x growth. As I mentioned before, any questions, please feel free to drop us a line, and we're very excited to help you take your company to the next level. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care.